Okay, let's say we're given a line, okay? A line. And we know the points A and B on it, okay? We know these points. And let's say we know that the slope is M, okay? M. Slope is equal to M. And we want to write an equation that describes this line. Ow, I know. We want to write an equation that describes this line. Well, what we can do is we can say, if we were to take another point on this line, let's call that X and Y. We don't know that point, or what do we do? It doesn't matter. And if we take the difference between X and A and Y and B, and then divide the difference of Y and B over X and A, we'll get the slope, because that'll be change in X, and that'll be change in Y. So if we were to get the difference, because slope is equal to change in X over change in Y, or delta Y over delta X, which would be equal to Y minus B. We know what B is, and we have Y over there, and X minus A. And that would all equal the slope, which is M. So we've come up with an equation that describes this line, helps describe this line, right? We say that the Y up there minus this B that we know right here is equal over the X up there minus this A that we know is equal to this M, to the slope of this line. But if you want me to write it in, I mean, there's a better way to write it. If we multiply both sides by X minus A, as in we keep Y minus B over X minus A times X minus A is equal to M times X minus A. And this cancels out and this cancels out, and we get Y minus B is equal to M X times X minus A. And this form of an equation is called point slope form, I believe. I believe it's called point slope form. I can't remember. Point slope form. And the reason it's called point slope form is because whenever you're given a point, a point, let's say 5, 7, that's what our A and B will be equal to. And you're given the slope, let's say 2, let's say M is equal to 2. Okay, you're able to figure out, it would be Y, the equation would now be Y 7 is equal to 2 times X minus 5. See, just by given 1 point on the line, you are able to figure out the equation of that line. Now you can just swap in an X for it, and you'll solve this side, and then you just have to add the Y to the other side, or add the 7 to the other side to solve for Y. In fact, you could put this in the way that you're familiar with slope-intercept form, where if we multiply the 2 out across these two, you get 2x minus 10. But then we would add a 7 to this side, and we would get negative 10 plus 7 is 3, negative 3. And then this would just be y, and this would be slope-intercept form, the equation. But yeah, this is point slope form. This is point slope form. Y minus b is equal to mx, m times x minus a. That is point slope form. When given 1 point on the line, you were able to find, like given the point 7, 5, you were able to find this is the equation of the line. Anyways, yeah, seems cool.